So do you feel like you're working harder than ever before, but you're just not seeing the results that you want in your business? And the problem really may not be your strategy or your team members. It really could be your mindset. And that's what we're going to dig into today. So I am so excited to address this. And Dr. Sabrina, I would love for you to just kick us off with sharing some limiting beliefs that business owners have. And if you're tuning in and you're saying, ding, 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 this is me, you're hitting the nail on the head. I just want you to know that you're not alone, because all business owners face this.
Yeah, Melissa, I remember years ago sitting in a conference and the presenter on stage said, mindset is everything. And I thought, yeah, kind of whatever. And that's kind of crazy because I'm a psychologist, so I should know this stuff, right? But in my own head, I was discounting mindset as everything. And now that it's been 20 something years in business, I can say mindset is everything. And I think the biggest limiting belief that we can get into in our business is that our business is not succeeding and it's because of me. Like somehow it's my fault that things aren't working. And also deciding that because it's been so hard to this point to make any progress, it's going to continue to be harder going forward. And one of the things that I have been so aware of for myself, especially in the last year, get a victim mindset. Like these things are happening to me and I can't do anything about it. The reality is we can do things about it. And when we shift our mindset and we look at the powerful questions of what's within my control and what can I impact here? What might I not be seeing that somebody else, like a coach outside my business, might see? Like what is hiding in plain sight in my business? So do you hear, Melissa, just even as I shift, I'm moving into asking questions, and I'm asking questions that are future oriented, they are positive, they are curiosity learner questions versus questions that are victim and that get me in the judger pit. So victim questions are like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I do this right? Why is my team so stupid? Why do they keep messing up? Why are our clients and customers so stupid? Why can't we attract those good clients and customers? That's all victim, right? So we want to start looking at what are the learner questions? What can I learn here? What opportunities are in front of me? What is working? And paying attention to what.
This is an excellent point. And most of us naturally aren't thinking in a learner's mindset. So I do want to share a resource with you that will really help you through that. And that's the book, Change Your Questions, Change Your Life by Dr. Marilee Adams. That is a great resource to help you get out of that judger pit and start asking those learner questions. And another key point that you mentioned is not trying to figure it out by yourself. We're coaches that have coaches. You know, we understand the value of having a neutral party outside of the situation, away from the emotion, to support us through thinking through complex things. And that is so critical. And just a reminder here, don't do it alone. Seek out a community. That could be a local community. That could be a coach. Reach out to us. We would be happy to support you. One thing that I hear without fail from every single business owner is the limiting belief, I don't have enough time. And the truth is, you have all of the time that you need to get the things done that are most important. So when we shift our mindset and take control of our time rather than our time running us, it opens up opportunities, and then we can look at what's possible and start weeding out the things that are time sucks that are really holding us back, and we're keeping our wheels spinning constantly.
Yes. You know, Melissa, years ago, I learned that journaling is a really powerful tool for identifying our mindset. And
Mm.
what I didn't realize about journaling, because I've been a good journaler in the last year or two, but not in previous years. And I always thought it was just the act of writing it out that helps me with my mindset. But that's not it. It's writing out our thoughts and then coming back a day or two or a week later and reading what we've written
Mm.
and looking at what are my beliefs that are showing up here. So that's one question. And then the second question is, are these beliefs serving me?
Mm.
And so when we have these self-limiting beliefs and we start to identify them, like the belief you just said, like, I don't have enough time, is that belief serving you? It doesn't serve me. It causes me stress and anxiety. As soon as that runs through my head, I'm amped up. Like I'm just wired. Like I'm ready. Like I've got to hurry up and do something. And when we identify a thought that is not serving us, we have the opportunity to ask ourselves, well, what belief would serve me here? And
Mm.
Melissa, you just identified a belief that would serve so much better. And that is, I have all the time that I need to do what matters most in my life and in my business.
Yeah, I love this. Journaling has been a game changer for me. And Dr. Sabrina, I took that a step further this year. And I came up with just a few series of powerful questions when I feel very trapped or stuck in my mindset and I just feel like I'm on the hamster wheel, right? I'm just spinning around an issue. I just wrote down a few questions to ask myself and coach myself through the problem that I am noodling around. And it's just a few things like, what do I want to experience in this situation? What can I control? What's out of my control? And what action am I going to take next? So I'm coaching myself through it and holding myself accountable. And that's really been a game changer for me. And just limiting the amount of time where I'm staying stuck. Because that's what happens. We just get on this thought loop and it's really charged emotionally. And then our nervous system just wreaks havoc. So creating time every single day is vital to manage yourself, your self-care. And every time we get on an airplane, we hear the rules, right? You put on your oxygen mask first because you can't help everyone else, whether that's your family members or your team members, your business, unless you take care of yourself first. Yeah. So mindset work should be a daily practice for all business owners. And that's one of the most important boundaries to set around your time.
Yeah. And, I'm reflecting on some of the conversations that we've had with business owners in our groups recently, and the topic of making decisions out of love versus fear has come up. And love is making a decision out of an abundance mindset. Fear is scarcity. And scarcity puts us in victim mentality and it heightens our stress. So one of the limiting beliefs that a lot of small business owners have is I can't afford to invest in coaching. Like I'm struggling to be profitable. I can barely pay myself now. I don't have money for investing in coaching. And I think that's, when we think about it, it's kind of a crazy belief because it keeps us stuck. And every client that has come in to Tap the Potential has had financial struggles when they start with us. So some business owners are buying into the belief, yep, I don't have money. I can't afford this. And they're staying stuck. And then we have our clients at Tap the Potential who are making a different choice. And that choice is I can't afford not to invest in myself and get the help that I need to get out of being stuck in low profitability and struggles with hiring and struggles to have any freedom from my business. And so again, it's shifting to, is this going from this belief, is it serving me? And if it's not serving me, like I don't have enough money, changing that question and saying, well, how could I make this work? What resources do I have? How could I tap into this opportunity? When I was applying for the TEDx talks and I was on my 75th application And I was thinking, wow, 75 applications and I haven't gotten a yes yet. I could have easily gone into my topic sucks. No one cares. No one wants to hear this. And I just changed that thought to I haven't found the right venue and the right match yet for where to share this message. And I will keep looking. So that's a complete shift that kept me going. And I got my TEDx talk. It's out there, from burnout to balance. And it's got an incredible number of views. So all that stinking thinking, the limiting beliefs would have held me back and would have kept me from sharing that message with the world. And so I think this is such an incredible opportunity for us business owners to really stop and think about, am I stuck because of my mindset? And what's possible when I start making decisions out of love and abundance and looking for opportunities, looking for support, asking what support do I need and who can I learn from? Those kinds of questions open up, allow us to be the bigger, better versions of ourselves.
Mm.
You're out there any further and get whacked down yet again. That's all victim thinking.
I believe that we carry so much guilt for taking care of ourselves. And this is in our business and in our life. And I'll just share. So I was on vacation a couple of weeks ago and I got a massage, and I've been holding on to this gift certificate for this massage literally for 2 years because it's not something that I would typically invest in myself. And it's that scarcity mindset, right? And I held onto this gift card and I thought, okay, this would be the perfect way to begin a vacation and really fully unplug. And as I'm laying on the table, I realized something so powerful. I reflected back to all the years that I have worked with you, and massage has been something that you enjoy, and you know that you need it for your self-care. And in that moment, as I thought about that, I realized I am showing up at work and in my life for everybody else all the time. And I'm showing up at a very high level. I'm coaching and I'm supporting and serving at a level that's very high. So if I don't take care of myself on the same level that I'm taking care of others, I am not going to be impactful the way that I want to be. And I am just going to break down. And there's going to come a moment where I start to become stagnant. So I love people, I love to serve, and I love to innovate. So if I don't start nurturing this part of me, it's going to begin to hold me back. So I did make a commitment at that point to really look at, I can't have a massage every week, but how often could I have a massage, or what other things could I do to really support myself guilt-free and say, I am not going to worry about this investment. This is going to be returned to me because it's vital. And that's what we do as business owners, right? As spouses, as parents, we think everybody else needs to come first, and we hold ourselves back from really investing what makes us the best versions of ourselves.
Absolutely. And I love that you're using the language invest versus expense. So an expense is something you spend and it's gone. An investment implies return on investment. And when we're investing in ourselves to be the very best of ourselves, we're saying, yes, I want to show up powerfully for the people who are depending on me, the people who have said yes in my life, our clients at Tap the Potential who depend on you, Melissa, your family member. And I'm so aware of that for myself. This morning, as the alarm went off and I was really tired and I was just tempted to roll over and hit snooze, I thought, no, I want to make sure I have time for my meditation this morning. So I got myself out of bed and made space for that because I want to show up powerfully today for us here on the podcast and those listening. And I don't want to shortchange. And I also realize that when we are kind of going on this treadmill of life, and right now with school starting, a lot of parents who are entrepreneurs are juggling the school schedule. And I was just talking to a mom at the pool yesterday, and she was like, yes, this is the week where we're about 4 weeks into school. And so everyone has decided that all the activities can now start. So we're all exhausted from getting to the school schedule and getting that in place. And now they throw all the activities in and we're fried. And I said, I know. And so I really pay attention to what can I do? What's in my control? I cannot control that I spent almost half a tank of gas driving yesterday to all the things that I had to drive to. But I can control that we had a very healthy dinner last night. It was leftovers, but it was healthy. And we can get in bed on time, and I can get myself up on time to meditate so that when I show up here, I'm in a better place and not just strung out and exhausted.
I love this. So speak to the business owner listening who is just feeling so defeated right now. Where do they even get started?
So I think recognizing when you're feeling defeated that what you have done to this point is not serving you. And just ask yourself, hey, what would serve me? What do I need? What support do I need? What do I want? And tuning in to ourselves. I think when we get in survival mode, we're not tuning in, we're tuning out because it's really painful inside of here, in our bodies and in our hearts. And so just asking those questions of yourself and allowing space. I love the notion of an inquiry question. So an inquiry question is one that you don't answer. You just hold the question and you get curious about what's going to show up as an answer. So you might take a sticky note on your desk and write, what do I need? And just set it there and let it be and see what comes to you over the next couple of days as to what you need.
I love this so much. And I want to remind everyone, when you are in complete burnout mode and you're in survival trap, it can be very hard to identify what you need. So sitting on it is just a beautiful place. And, business owners want to just go in and fix everything, and they want to do it fast, and they want to move on to the next thing. So Dr. Sabrina, thank you for that reminder to really what you're saying, I believe, is slow down and then you can speed up later. But really just sitting in that moment, asking yourself those learner questions will be the game changer. I just want to thank you so much for all of your amazing expertise that you're sharing here. Remind everyone that you are not alone. We all have mindset challenges, and those ebb and flow. Sometimes things feel great and then sometimes not so great, but the point here is to reach out for help.
Yeah.
So if you are just tired of spinning your wheels and you just are thinking, I don't know where to get started, if you just need us to tell you, here's what's holding you back and here's how we're going to support you and customize some tools and tactics to what will best serve you, take our assessment at tapthepotential.com and just carve out a few minutes, take the assessment honestly, and then Caitlin will reach out to you and determine how we can best serve you. And if you have any questions, reach out to me at melissa@tapthepotential.com, and I would love to speak to you. So thank you for tuning in today, and we will see you soon on the Profit by Design podcast.